Doug Ford. What the heck is wrong with this guy? He's supposed to be conservative. I've seen what he's doing now. He dropped this Friday. You know, Friday when you drop news that you don't want people to see because it's the weekend straight after. Well, Doug, we saw it. Yeah, Doug, he wants to, well, this guy here on Twitter, this is how I found out, he he wants to give 100,000 refugees job, work permits. Work permits. If anybody watched my series about how I struggled to get into this country, finding a job, having money to support myself, paying for my my own health, having to go through medicals and everything, all the stuff. Yeah, no, I'm sorry, I didn't do a video on Saturday because I don't know where to go. I don't know where to go from there. If you want me to go somewhere from there and talk about what happened, you know, why we chose to live in Ajax and stuff, leave me a comment. Otherwise, you know, I thought it would just come to a nice end when we'd moved to Canada. Anyway, let's get on with Doug Ford.
I have a tremendous amount of asylum seekers that are up in Etobicoke and in the hotels. They're healthy, they're willing to work, they're hardworking people, but they're waiting over 2 years. And they're just sucking off the system nonstop, not their fault. The fault falls under immigration, that it takes over 2 years to get a work permit. So as we're paying education, paying healthcare, paying their rent and hotels, which is exorbitant, they want to get out there and they want to be like every other Canadian. They want to find a job. They want to be able to first start off renting a condo or part of a house and then buying a house. But we're tired of waiting around. I can't wait around. It's costing our province an absolute fortune. Just last year, we were close to 100,000 asylum seekers, and I'm still waiting to get paid back from the federal government. That's one issue. But there's jobs available in Ontario, and we need to give them work permits and make sure that they're out there working and contributing back to society. I'm not waiting any longer. We're issuing work permits in Ontario for these folks to give back and contribute to society in Ontario.
So what do you think? Apparently, the week before, he was thought to have been sat by the fireside having a chat with Mark Carney. Do you think he's got Mark Carneyism lodging in his brain now? I don't get it. I really don't get it. One of the things when I came over about my job and about how I got my employment was that a Canadian couldn't find a Canadian to do my job. Ford is just giving out work permits so these people can do any job anywhere. I know, oh well, yeah, it means they can contribute. But no, that's not how immigration works. You don't just get people come into the country, grab a work permit and start working. That's not how it works. You're supposed to vet these people, find out that, you know, you're supposed to at least know that if you employ somebody at the Sobeys checkout, they won't be dipping into the till because that's what they did in their country and that's why they left, because they were a huge criminal and they had a huge criminal background and couldn't get a job. That's why we do checks on people, to make sure that they're 100% what we want in Canada. And they said, yeah, what we want, because I'm Canadian. I live in this country with everybody else, and I appreciate the safety that we should have in this country and the laws, and I abide by everything that this country is. I don't eat poutine though. And I don't like pineapple on my pizza. See you on the next one.